Hi friends, and welcome back to AmandaMuse. So today, as you can tell from the title of this video, we're talking baby names, okay? Now, most people, when they're done having babies, don't sit around, I don't think, talking about baby names, but I have a very good reason. And that announcement is that I am gonna be an auntie for the third time, and I'm really excited. So my brother and my sister-in-law are expecting their third baby, and I hope they don't mind me sharing this little story. I'll record it and I'll ask them later. And if you're seeing it, they've approved this message. But I got a little call from my brother a few weeks ago, maybe more than a few weeks ago now. And it was odd because it was like midweek in the evening. My brother is not the like, I'll call you and we're just gonna chat kind of guy. Like that just wouldn't happen. So it was a little bit out of character. And so my spidey senses were tingling. As we're talking, a text message comes through. And I'm like, what's going on here? Lo and behold, they're expecting baby number 3. It's a boy. It's very exciting. Their third boy. What? My brother, he's gonna have his hands full. So is my sister-in-law, but she's like a super pro because she's already a teacher and she already knows how to manage the minions. So anyway, it's kind of hilarious that there are now 5 grandchildren on that side of my family. Amazing. The crazy story though, is that my sister-in-law was like, oh, you know, she found out she was pregnant and she tells my sister and she goes, yeah, I think I'm like about 6 weeks or so. And she goes, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow kind of thing. So she goes to the doctor. When she comes back the next day, she's like, oh my God, there's a real baby in there. She was already 18 weeks pregnant. What? How does that even happen? That's like one of those shows. We're all very excited. It's a very big surprise. So far, I believe everyone is in really good health. And it's just very exciting to be adding to our family. And so I thought in light of that information, and also there's a couple other people I know that are expecting right now. In fact, my photographer is having a baby today as I'm filming this. So it's all very exciting. It's a very exciting time of year and it's a new baby. And I just want to hold a baby. Like I think I'm good with my own set of babies. I do not want to add to my own brood, but occasionally I do get a little broody. So it's nice to hold a brand new baby. So I cannot wait for this new summer baby coming into our family. And yeah, it's very exciting. Okay, so without further ado, I've already rambled for like 2.5 minutes and not even dropped one name. So let's get started. I was on the internets and I was searching top names for 2018 for boys and girls, and I stumbled upon an article written by Pop Sugar. I will link it below in case you're curious. And they predicted the top 30 names for 2018 based on trends from 2017. And I have to say, you know, we can all pretend like we're not impacted by trends, but if you are even somewhat dipped your toe in pop culture, you're gonna be swayed. Like I liked a ton of these names, which just goes to show trend people and those, you know, curators of information and people, it's researchers really able to like go, this is what was trending and this is kind of where we're going. I love that stuff. So, okay, 30 names. I'll give you my top 10. As I'm chatting, I'm gonna pull up some of the name meanings. So name meaning website. You can tell how often I do this. I don't. The first name that popped up on this list is Ada. I love that name. So simple, A-D-A. The name Ada is a feminine name. Ironically enough, I actually ended up picking exactly 5 girls and 5 boys from my list, so this is perfect. So Ada, reasons why I love it. I love the way it rolls off the tongue. I like that it's 3 letters. If you've been following my channel, then you know I love simple names. I naturally give my children nicknames, but I don't necessarily want randoms to give my children nicknames. Like if you were born and your parents named you Elizabeth, I like being able to have other people call you Elizabeth kind of thing, but that's actually a really bad example because that's a huge name. Okay. Short form of this name is Adelaide, and other names beginning with the same sound. The name was born by Augusta Ada King in the 1800s. She was the Countess of Lovelace. Also known as Ada Lovelace, a daughter of Lord Byron, she was an assistant to Charles Babbage, the inventor of an early mechanical computer. Well, there's a whole lot of information. Where does it come from? English, German, Polish, Hungarian, Italian, and Finnish. Love it. Next name, I will jump to a boy name, is Felix. Love this name. It's masculine, obviously. Usage, German, Dutch, Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, English, Romanian, Ancient Roman, Biblical, and Biblical Latin. And let's see, it comes from, oh, the meaning is lucky and successful in Latin. I really like that. Let's see here, the name was very popular among early Christians and all sorts of other information, but I like that, meaning lucky and successful. That's good. That's a good omen. Is omen the right word? You know what I'm saying. It's a good energy to place. I find names so tricky because, or at least like naming your own child really tricky to do because it puts so much pressure. Like this is a person that's going to be like roaming the earth without you. This is their first impression. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure. Okay, next name. Let's see. This name I had never heard before. I was very excited when I saw it, and it's Amara. Amara. I feel like I would say Amara. Obviously it's feminine. Usage is West African, and it means grace in Igbo or Igbo. That's beautiful. Amara. I love that name. It could be a weird narcissistic thing because I am Amanda. I am not Amanda though, but I think maybe the letters are like triggering something in my brain, like that's like my name, so I like it too. But Amara, I think it's beautiful. I also kind of love names that are a little bit uncommon and that you're not going to meet like 10 of other kids in the park with the same name, like Jack. But Esme, my daughter, that's a different name. You don't hear that very often. Beautiful name. All right, on to another boy name. The next one I have chosen is Ezra. I have seen this name plenty. I feel like this name is kind of brewing in popularity. Couple things I love about it. It's 4 letters and it starts with an E. Love that. Masculine name. Its usage is biblical, English, and Hebrew, and it means help in Hebrew. Beautiful. It's a gorgeous name, Ezra. It's just such a strong name. There's something about it that's like a little bit mysterious, strength, and the fact that it means help is just bonus. Another E name that I really like that jumped off this list for me is Ellie, obviously for a little girl, and I just love it. English is its usage, and it can come from names like Eleanor or Ellen. I do know an Eleanor and they call her Ellie. It doesn't want to tell me what the meaning is. Does it really say? But let me tell you, it's very popular. I mean, even in the categories, it says like top 10 in the UK. I think maybe that name for me might be on the way out because it is so popular right now, but I find I meet a lot of people with another name and then their parents call them Ellie. So to actually have your name be Ellie, I think is kind of special too. This next name, and actually there's a couple names now that are coming that were contenders for my kids. They just didn't make it, obviously. But this next one is for a boy and it's Leo. Love this name. So let's see, usage: German, Dutch, Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, Finnish, English, Croatian, late Roman, and it comes from the name lion, the meaning lion, obviously. I love it. It's simple. It's 3 letters. It's just like, yes. Also might have been in love with Leonardo DiCaprio back in the day. Just saying. It's a good name. Also, if you have watched other baby name videos of mine and some of these reappear, that's a possibility because it's hard to, you like what the heart wants, what it wants. It likes what it likes. Am I right? Next one for a girl. I loved this name so much when I was pregnant, but it's funny when you're pregnant and when you're expecting, and you'll have to let me know if you're in this position too. You can hear a name and you're like, I love that name, but it just doesn't like connect with your child. I don't know how to explain it. But this next name that I love is Lucy for a little girl. 4 letters, love it. English is the usage, and it comes from the name Lucia. Lucia? Maybe Lucia. In use since the Middle Ages. I think it's beautiful. Oh, and I guess there is a masculine form of it. Lucius, maybe. Hard for me to know. Gorgeous, very popular name. Yeah, it's in the top 100. It's never out of the US top 100 names. That's something. Do I know a Lucy? I have like an extended cousin, 3rd cousin named Lucy, I think, but she's like in Wales, so that's kind of off the list. But yeah, it's a beautiful name. Love it, so cute. Can you just imagine a little Lucy running around? This next one was a contender. I'm talking like number 3rd in line for Mr. Jack, and this is the name Levi. I love this name. Definitely a masculine name. Usage is Hebrew, English, Dutch, biblical, Latin, and let's see, it can be pronounced Levi or Levi, I think depending how you want to do it, and it means joined and attached in Hebrew. Also, very top name. It's never out of the US top 1,000, so it's a little bit bigger than Lucy's name, and top 10 in the Netherlands. It's gorgeous. I knew Levi in Penang. He was such a nice boy, swimming in the pool all the time. He was just so polite, and I find sometimes when you meet someone with a name, it kind of like their personality obviously enriches the name, adds color to the name, which is likely why I'm naturally drawn to names of people I have never met with that name. Like of the names I've named you, there's like one or two that I can associate a person with. I don't know, I think it's just something special. Like when I name a child, or if I name a pet, or whatever, I feel like there's so much energy behind a name, and yeah, it's a big deal. Naming things is a big deal. Okay, next name for a little girl now. I'm on to the girl names. This name I love. This was actually going to be Esme's middle name. I know I've mentioned this before in a baby name video. This is Maeve, spelled M-A-E-V-E, and it is of Irish usage. I think in a previous video I mentioned Welsh. I was wrong, it's Irish. Feminine, and it's a Gaelic name meaning intoxicating. Well, isn't that beautiful? In the Irish legend, this was the name of a warrior queen of Connacht. Definitely not said that right. Her fight against Ulster and the hero is told in the Irish epic. Cool. So categories is actresses, legends, queens, Maeve. I think it's beautiful. I was going to name a girl because it was like Esme Rose or Nora Maeve. And I just love those names. It's so pretty. So I have an Esme and I have a dog named Nora, but her middle name is not Maeve. I don't think we give dogs middle names in this house. Okay, I think we're on to the last one already. Is that possible? My last name for a little boy, they said Theodore, but I just really like the name Theo. I kind of always bring it back to my 4 or 5 letters if I can. I think of these, they're all 4 or 5 letters. Oh, a couple 3-letter ones. For me, the less the letters for some reason is important. I don't know. Theo is a masculine name, and the usage is English and Dutch, and it's a short form of Theodore or Theobald. I don't think I know anybody with that name, and other names that begin with Theo, and it's gorgeous. Lots of names kind of can come, like there's a lot of names where the nickname can be Theo or Theo can come from it, and right now its popularity is 354 in the States. So that's as of 2016. I've got to say that I think that they're on trend. I think Pop Sugar is onto something because I really liked a ton of these names. If you want, go check out this article. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite names are for the year, and if you're expecting, what is like some of the names on your list? I would love to know. All right guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and that's it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.